Alright guys, today we're gonna be reacting to German lentil stew. Linsengericht. Lentil soup. We just reacted to another one. I liked it. Very good, nice color. There was a lot of good things, but we're gonna react to a new video. Make sure you like to subscribe for more recommendations, Discord and description down below. We're heading to 10,000 subscribers. Let's go.
I love lentils, and apparently other people do too. And they have been loving lentils for the past 3,500 years, give or take. So no wonder we Germans have an opinion on it. And a couple of recipes in our drawers. My favorite lentils are these very common brown lentils. Today I want to show you how I make my favorite lentil stew, which is easy and fire and forget. That means once it is in a pot, you can set a timer.
Hold on, what is that thing? Look at how big that knife is.
Lentil stew.
What? I've never seen a knife like this. For cooking, that is.
Which is easy and fire and forget. That means once it is in a pot, you can set a timer and catch the latest episode of Insert Your Favorite Show here. You'll need aforementioned brown lentils and something we call soup greens,
I guess
which are
she's now
carrots,
using the
leek, celeriac,
regular knife,
and
I
root
guess.
parsley, fresh parsley, all of which is commonly sold in small bundles here in Germany. Sort of like the French mirepoix. Oh, and if you don't get parsley root, maybe try parsnips, which are somewhat similar. Then an onion, a couple of garlic cloves, a couple of potatoes, some red wine and some balsamic vinegar, a bay leaf, some stock. I had veal, but a vegetable or some bouillon will do great as well. Wieners or...
Now, it seems like every German dish does start with the same ingredients. Am I wrong on this? It seems like you guys use a lot of these carrots, a lot of these vegetables, very similar. I know some of you guys say this sofrito, but I don't think this is sofrito. This is more like a flavor thing, right? I think you guys like this kind of flavor a lot.
Or any other sausage if you like. But you can make
love
this vegetarian
my
or
potatoes
even
with the
vegan.
skin,
Start
by
by
the way.
cleaning, peeling, cubing and cutting the vegetables. And even if it's my favorite meal, my fiancé insisted on being the chef that evening. I'm not complaining. Once the vegetables were prepared, the most tedious part was done. Well, I mean, I love cutting vegetables. There's something zen-like about it, and I just listen to some music and Anyways, she put a large pot on the stove and added a nice chunk of butter.
There you go with the butter. But the thing is that I think it works very nice because a lot of you guys like to cook it unsalted, which is very low and actually high blood pressure and cholesterol. It doesn't have the same, so it makes sense.
To a medium-high heat. Once melted and hot, she added a chopped onion first, then the garlic, and once both had turned slightly glassy, she added the lentils, gave them a good couple of stirs, then added the leek, sautéed them just for a couple of seconds, before I deglazed with some dry red wine. If you don't have or want to use red wine, you can use some balsamic vinegar, by deglazing with water first and then adding a couple of dashes. I like it both ways, and usually decide on a whim. Now it was time to add the bay leaf and the other vegetables, and added enough water to cover the vegetables by about a finger. And added just a bit of stock. This is thick veal stock, store-bought, nothing special. Any regular vegetable or meat stock.
Hold. Is that was wine?
This is thick bay leaf and the other vegetables, and added enough water to cover the vegetables by about a finger. And added just a bit of stock. This is thick veal stock, store-bought, nothing special. Any regular vegetable or meat stock will do. Finally, a nice bunch of fresh parsley, just on top, dipped in a bit, so it can be easily removed once the cooking is done. And that's it. The temperature was set to a low medium, and we
I'm gonna be a little Puerto Rican here. That with a nice plate of white rice, gluten-free. Just gluten-free white rice with a little chicken, oven chicken. Oh man, this has to taste amazing. Because I know the ingredient that he used. Oh man, his wife, I guess. Wow.
gave it occasionally a slight stir and added some water, since it got a bit on the dry side. After about 35 minutes, the stew was almost done. With the lentils soft, we added the Wiener sausages on top to heat them up for about 5 minutes while we heated some Italian flatbread in the oven. Then it was time to plate up. Notice the nice sets my mom made. Aren't they cool? We added a couple of dashes of crema di balsamico, which is just balsamic vinegar syrup, We put the sausages on top and made it look fancy by sprinkling some chopped parsley all over the plate. Oh, and Italian flatbread on the side. I had a dark Doppelbock beer from the monastery of Andex, which complemented the meal nicely. So there you have it. It's a tasty meal in my opinion. I
the
know
beer on
usually
top of
people on YouTube make far fancier meals. But if you're
Well, the
working,
thing is that if that was me, but if I was going to make a recipe like this, right? I will at least cut the wiener, the wurst. I will at least cut it. I think it's easier to just pick it with your fork, right? Like it looks nice, but I don't know. It's not like you wanna pick it with a fork and just eat it. That white bread looks amazing. Oh,
you might not have the time to make boar stuffed with wild goose on a bed of 75 different and very rare vegetables grown in your own garden. Well, all jokes aside, I hope you enjoyed this, and maybe I'll see you next time if you want to hear another tale.
wow, these are good. These are good. Shut up. Very good. Wow. Heartwarming. I enjoy watching your video. It takes me back to my childhood, being British, but having a German mother was great. I remember her cooking a recipe. Let me just check his recipe. Ingredient: brown lentils, or the ones you love, soup green, celery, carrot, leek, root, parsley, and parsley, and fresh parsley. It seems like that's like your sofrito, I guess. Potatoes and onion, garlic. That's the other one, and bay leaf, some stock, red wine, and balsamic. Now, my question is this part of the German, let's say not cuisine, but it seemed like you guys used sort of like the same recipe, which is fine, right? It's like Puerto Ricans use adobo, right, and sofrito. We use a lot of that. Americans, we use a lot of, what the hell we use in our food? I don't even know, to be honest. We use dry turkeys, I guess. No, we cook very good. It's like putting, damn, we don't even know what the hell we put in our food. Yeah, then we don't even know. I guess butter as well. I don't know. It all depends where you go. If you go for Italian family, you'll probably see something similar with our ragu sauce and everywhere. But in my case, I do a lot of these. But these lentils, I might try the lentils. I might try the lentil. Next time that I go to a diner, I'm gonna ask for a lentil. I'm gonna compare it, and then when I try, I'm gonna try to cook it myself, only for myself, and then I will cook it for my family, see what they think. But this is so the two lentils soup, very easy to follow, very easy. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion. I'll see you in the next one.